And in case somehow you've managed to not hear the news, Mike Soroka in the third inning yesterday took a strange step off the mound and collapsed while limping toward the dugout. Everyone feared the worst as he was helped off the field, and their fears were realized when it was confirmed that yes, he tore his Achilles tendon and he would be done for the year and possibly moving into the 2021 season. You could argue that had the Braves had Soroka in the NLCS last year, they would have gone to a World Series, and who knows what happens at that point. So, obviously he was a big hit. We don't want to lose him again, and really just for the continued success, his future career, you don't want to risk another Achilles injury. The big news last night, outside of the Mike Harris contract, was the appearance of Mike Soroka in Rome. Now, I was there. I took the trip. I made the drive. I was front row. I had to see this. Me and a buddy went up there. I wanted to get footage for you guys. We're going to show you some of that in a second. But I wanted to see for myself what he looked like. You know, how comfortable was he on the mound? And I got to tell you guys, I was impressed. I really was. I'm going to show you this footage. Mike Soroka was phenomenal last night. I think what's important here is that this guy is getting back to the major league level. Whether it be this season, next season, or beyond, he's coming back. And I think he's going to be better than before. I really do.
Hello, baseball fans. You're watching On Deck with Tyler Redmond.
Good morning. Welcome into On Deck. As always, thank you so much for checking out the video. I really do appreciate it. While you're here, do me a favor. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell for notifications so that you can stay updated with everything going on here at On Deck and, of course, with your Atlanta Braves. And today is a day that Braves fans have waited for since August 3rd of 2020. That is, of course, the day that Mike Soroka tore his Achilles tendon and has been out ever since. Since then, every time Soroka made a step back, something always got in the way to delay it further. After the first Achilles tear, there was another. Then there were elbow issues at the tail end of 2022. And in the early parts of spring training this season, we saw a hamstring injury. But today, all of that is irrelevant. Michael Soroka, as he goes by now, will be taking the mound, the big league mound, tonight. It will be in Oakland in the first game of a 3-game set between the Braves and the A's. But it's so much more than a baseball game. It's the return of a once very good Major League Baseball pitcher. People forget just how great Michael Soroka was when he was hurt. That day was a crushing blow to the competing Braves in 2020. The young star was the leader of the rotation. And I have always thought that if the Braves had had him going into that postseason, they would have at least beat the Dodgers and made it to the 2020 World Series. They just needed one more starting pitcher. Oddly enough, they lost a key one earlier that season. But how ironic it is that Michael Soroka has been given the opportunity to make up for lost time this season. He's been given this opportunity for a few reasons. Number one, his health. He's ready to go. Number two, he's the best man for the job. We've seen Dylan Dodd try. We've seen the bullpen try to cover games. But it's just not working. The Braves are turning to Michael Soroka because he is the best chance at winning baseball games right now. And number three, other leaders are injured. Much like Soroka was taken out in 2020, Max Fried and Kyle Wright are on the injured list for an extended amount of time. So I believe this is a new start for Michael Soroka, one that has been long awaited by him, by the team, by the organization, and also by you. Braves fans have wanted to see him back ever since he got hurt. And 3 years later, we get to tonight. It's going to be a great sight to see. But I also think this is the perfect opportunity for Soroka to cash in on that lost time. Because that postseason I mentioned earlier, 2020, Soroka was watching from the sidelines. His team lose to the Dodgers in the NLCS. The Braves were without a starting pitcher. And oddly enough, again, they lost him earlier that year. But later this year, they have a chance to be in excess of starting pitching. Right now, your rotation consists of these names: Spencer Strider, Charlie Morton, Bryce Elder, Jared Schuster, and Michael Soroka. That is a rotation that can compete with anybody, but it's not the best rotation that the Braves can put out. When you think about it, when Fried and Wright come back, who goes down? You can give me the quick answer. You can tell me Schuster and Soroka right off the bat. It's certainly not going to be Strider or Morton or the National League ERA leader in Bryce Elder. But if Soroka is anywhere near where he was in 2019 into 2020, we're in for a treat. Because in 2019, Soroka was an all-star. He had a 2.68 ERA, and he was 13-4 on the year. You throw that into this current Braves rotation at full strength, I don't see how you send Michael Soroka down. He's got to be a weapon somewhere. If he is successful, which I believe he very well could be. If he is, he could be a very serious weapon for the back half of the season. Not a necessity like he is now, because make no mistake, Michael Soroka has been given this opportunity because the Braves need starting pitching, and he fits the bill. But later on in the season, when the Braves are at full strength, when they get Max Fried back, when they get Kyle Wright back, you can turn to Soroka as a luxury item, something that other teams, frankly, don't have, and that's excess in starting pitching. So if you are not excited about Michael Soroka starting tonight, you should be. That's going to do it here at On Deck for today. Really appreciate you checking out the video. And again, please like the video and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications on your way out. We'll see you next time here at On Deck.
I don't really think about that day, to be honest with you. There's lots of good days that have to add up to get there, and you know, today's one of those days, right? So you know, I got to think about what I need to do today, worry about what I need to be better for tomorrow, and let that take care of itself.
Baseball fans, make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to this channel. As always, thank you for your support.